I love to eat, but sometimes I just don't have the time or the mental capacity to figure out what to eat, so I'm slowly growing my menu of meals that I can cook in under 30 minutes that are craveable, nourishing, and don't require much effort. Here are some of my go-to meals as of late. Enjoy! Typically, breakfast is already a quick meal to throw together. I usually skip breakfast, so I know this is contrary to the whole point of the video, but lately I've been slow maxing my breakfast. Trust me, it's still quick and easy. I just purposefully take my time assembling everything simply because it makes my life feel like a little luxury. This is the art of a pretty breakfast plate. It usually involves a toast, egg, and fruit component that varies depending on the day. I know this is basic, but I'm making avocado toast. It's a classic. What can I say? You can go crazy and bake your own sourdough bread from scratch, but here I toasted some store-bought sourdough. Then pick whatever fruit is in season. I went with figs and blueberries. Place that on a bed of cottage cheese. Yes, I meticulously placed each blueberry by hand because I can. Okay, for the eggs, I went with a scrumlette style. In a bowl, I cracked and whisked 2 eggs with a fork. Put a slab of butter on a nonstick pan and poured the egg mixture into the center. It's hard to explain what I'm doing here, but I kind of tilt the pan and use the spatula to scoot the egg around to create these folds. Now all the components are ready, it's time to sprinkle and dress. Of course, I didn't forget my morning bev. I switched between coffee or matcha, and I went with an Earl Grey matcha using, yes, a homemade Earl Grey syrup that was as easy as brewing some Earl Grey tea. I just steeped 3 Earl Grey tea bags, added half a cup of sugar, let that dissolve, and poured it into a bottle. That's it. So this is my breakfast. I feel like a queen every time I eat this way. The quality of my life and my happiness is elevated. It's nothing crazy, but it's that little bit of effort that sets the tone for the day, and I love it. For lunch, we have the easiest 15-minute pepper lunch. I apologize for how weirdly I am slicing this onion. I don't know what I'm doing here, but this just goes to show that even if you can't cook, this recipe is really hard to mess up. It doesn't even matter if you slice the onions weird. I first prepared all of the vegetables, if you could call it vegetables. I sliced half of an onion, minced a few cloves of garlic, and also sliced a handful of scallions, and drained a whole can of corn. I started by melting some butter and caramelizing the sliced onion. While that's going, I prepared the sauce. I took inspo from this cabbages recipe zine. Adding 1 part oyster sauce and sake, and 2 parts soy sauce and honey. I also added the minced garlic and mixed everything together. Once the onions are soft and caramelized, move them to the center of the pan, then place the rice, then add your choice of meat. I've made this pepper lunch with steak several times, brisket, whatever you have. Here I used beef chuck roll, so good. Then I added the whole can of corn, just because I don't want to have a random leftover of a little bit of corn. A heaping handful of the scallions. I made way for a slab of butter. This is critical to the pepper lunch. You must crack a ton of black pepper. For reference, I think I cranked the pepper grinder about 30 times or more. You just can't add enough pepper. And finally, pour the magic sauce all over and toss everything together. This is a good serving for both my husband and I, but I ate this by myself what I could, straight from the pan, mukbang style, while it's hot and fresh. Wow, I'm salivating right now watching this in hindsight. This was seriously so delicious and seriously so easy to make. I could eat this every day. Hello. If you didn't know, I started working out earlier this year. I got a gym membership and I won't shut up about it. I've been using the Ladder app for several months now to help support my fitness journey. If you aren't familiar with Ladder, consider it your own personal trainer without the crazy cost, inconvenient scheduling, or awkward small talk, but with the same expert guidance and structured workouts to get you real results. When it comes time to work out, I never have to think about, oh, what should I do today? I just show up, open the app, and start my workout, saving me so much time and energy, and I know I'm getting in an effective workout. When I first started working out, I would just be at the gym scrolling through random saved videos on TikTok. I'd be rewinding to random points in the video, and it was just such a hassle, and I wasn't even sure if I was doing it correctly or if they were giving good advice. But with Ladder, I get to train with intention, and I have an expert coach to guide me, and I could do it at my own pace. If I need a moment to adjust something or take a break, I could press pause whenever. I could work out in the convenience of my own home or at the gym and adjust the equipment or the machine that I'm using depending. And I love that I could track what weight I use to see my progress over time. And unlike other fitness apps, Ladder isn't just a library of a bunch of pre-recorded videos. What I love about it is that it's a weekly progressive overload plan programmed by your coach every week. So this keeps your workouts fresh and exciting. When you first begin, you'll take a quiz and figure out what style of training you prefer. I joined Team Transform with Coach Shelby. Before beginning any movement, she'll explain what we're doing, why we're doing it, give extra tips, and just cheer me on as I go. And it's so encouraging. It seriously feels like she is my coach. If you want to try out Ladder for yourself, you can get $10 off your first month. Just click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. After I work out, I am especially hungry and ready to eat and want something stat. So this is my quick rendition of Hainanese chicken rice. I start by preparing basmati rice with part water and part chicken bone broth for some added protein and flavor. Then I add chicken thigh, you could also use chicken breast, or half and half, to cold water and bring that to a boil. Once boiling, cover and simmer for 10 minutes. This is when I prepare the sauce. So to a heat-safe bowl, add grated ginger, scallions, and heat up neutral oil on a pan until shimmering on the surface. Then pour that over the ginger and scallions so that it's sizzling and aromatic. To this, sprinkle salt, black pepper, white pepper, soy sauce, and lastly, chicken bone broth powder. My secret is this ramen flavored instant bone broth powder. It just adds that, I don't know what's in it, but it's crack. At this point, the chicken should be ready to dunk into an ice bath to cool down for a few minutes. Then shred the chicken to pieces. I did so with my bare hands. And pour that sauce all over. I am addicted to having sliced and salted cucumbers on the side of my meals. I prefer this more than pickles. So I sliced and salted 3 whole cucumbers here. but I understand one cucumber is probably more reasonable to most. And if you don't like cucumbers, you can swap this for whatever veg you like. For me, the salted, crunchy cucumber, it's just an essential to this dish. It looks insane, but I actually thought I could use more cucumber. For dessert, I've been loving the viral cheesecake bowl. If you've never heard of it, it's so easy. I don't know how many times I could say quick and easy in this video, but I eyeball according to my heart's content. I first add a couple spoonfuls of this vanilla protein yogurt and a spoonful of this sugar-free whipped cream, and this sugar-free cheesecake jello powder. Stir this together till smooth and fluffy. And for the toppings, I love these sweet thins from Simple Mills. It's made with watermelon seed flour, and it's a nice alternative to straight graham crackers. So I crumbled a handful of that into my bowl. And lastly, some frozen mixed berries. I love the frozen texture of the berries, and plus I don't have to wash or chop anything. It doesn't look the most appetizing because it's like a deconstructed cheesecake in a bowl, but this satisfies my sweet craving, and it's a delightful way to end the day and this video. Hope you got some inspo on what to eat. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.